get a view of the party. There it all is. Now let's go join them.
Steve, what's going on? How many times have we done it?
Keep volunteering. I know. Well, I know. Whoever the workers are going to be more. And I've always resented. I've always been one of the workers, and I've always thought, you know, why are they in
Hey Jane, how you doing?
People out here. I knew y'all was sponsoring.
You guys don't miss. I'm gonna just try to drive it up under there so they can see it.
Ladies and gentlemen, good morning, and welcome to the Red Stick Running of the Ducks, the celebrity race on behalf of the Boys and Girls Club, Greater Baton Rouge, Incorporated. I'm Mike Graham, but for today's race you can call me Mallard Mike, since my duck, remember, has been specially trained. We have really been going on. Where's my training device? Here it is. I have it here, and we've been working out a lot. So the rest of you can get the secondary prizes, but I'll take the first prize, which I hope I don't win now that I've said all this, because they don't let me touch the ducks. I want to, before we actually begin to run these ducks, give you some background on it and introduce some people to you who can tell you a whole lot more about this than I can. This is the second year that we're doing this. The first year was a huge success. This year is going to be even bigger, and the Boys and Girls Clubs of Baton Rouge are going to come out the big winners in all this. But for a big overview of the Red Stick Running of the Ducks, I'd like to introduce from the Boys and Girls Clubs, Pat Van Berklio and Danny McConnell. Pat, Danny, where are you?
I'm Pat Van Berklio, and I'm the Executive Director of the Boys and Girls Club, and Danny McConnell is serving as our Chairman of the Board of Directors. Basically, the duck race is benefiting Boys and Girls Clubs of Greater Baton Rouge. And for those who are not familiar with the club, we basically have three facilities who work with kind of inner-city at-risk children. Our largest facility is on Winburn Avenue. We have 2 units actually in housing projects. One in the Roosevelt Street Housing Project, and the other one in the East Boulevard Housing Project. But basically what happens is kids come in after school to get homework assistance, tutoring. They work do science projects, arts and crafts. We work with over about 500 kids on an annual basis. This summer we broke all sorts of records, and we have about 200 kids showing up at all of our clubs on a daily basis. So the money that you guys are spending is actually going straight into the clubs, and that's what it's all about. These kids need a chance and an opportunity, and by you guys donating a duck for $5 is really going to help the Boys and Girls Clubs of Baton Rouge, and actually the kids themselves. We appreciate your help and support, and we'll see you on September 28th for the big race. Danny McConnell.
One thing I wanted to say that everyone may or may not be aware of, we are a United Way agency, and 60% of our funding comes from the United Way. And to take care of 500 kids in the areas that we have to do and try to expand that program, we need outside funding. And it's events like this, this duck race, we have a dinner that we have, and then we plan on having a golf tournament next year. So through your support of our duck race, our dinner, and hopefully our golf tournament for next year, we'll be able to expand our programs and benefit more than the kids that we're doing right now. Thank you. Thank you, Danny and Pat. A lot of important people here today, so I'm not going to introduce each and every one of them to you because they really don't matter. Even you, Mr. Mayor, you don't matter to you. You know who the important people are? The people who are going to adopt these ducks and come on out and enjoy the duck races on September 28th. But there are some important people that I do want to introduce because they are some top duck sponsors and they deserve a lot of credit. So, as I call the name of your firm, would you please step forward so that we can recognize you? The top duck sponsors begin with Audubon Ford. Where are you? Audubon Ford. Buddy Wells representing Audubon Ford. Town and Country Ford. University Ford. Alva Stewart from University Ford. All-Star Ford. Superior Ford. Adrian Harris from Superior Ford. American Airlines. Acadian Travel. Acadian Travel.
Jim Dummigan.
I'm sorry.
Jim Dummigan.
Jim Dummigan from Acadian Travel. Baton Rouge Coca-Cola Bottlers. Jim Martin, is it not? Cellular One. Charlotte Smith representing Cellular One. Sears. Hibernia National Bank. Don Ayers from Hibernia National Bank. The Merchants of Cortana Mall, Cortana Square. And last, and I gotta tell you, certainly not least, WAFB TV. Ron Winters, WAFB TV. Now, Tom, it's time for you to become important. And Skip, because it's time to adopt officially the first duck of the season. Step forward, gentlemen. Tom Ed McHugh and Skip Bertman.
Thanks a lot, Mike. Let me add my congratulations and thanks for all of the sponsors. And Mike and Donna, George, and Steve, and the other talented people here from WAFB, thank you very much for your help. I met the mayor yesterday in the community relations room of the Lady of the Lake Hospital, where he was doing some public service for the hospital and for Bishop Ott. Today, as soon as I finish here, I'm going over to United Way at Exxon and shoot a spot for muscular dystrophy. It's the greatest country in the world. It's the greatest community in the world. You know, whether it's a famine in Biafra or a hurricane in Haiti, or if it's just if it's an earthquake in Russia, there'll be more Americans with more supplies there sooner than anywhere else. We're giving people. And you know, there's no place better than to start your giving at home. There's no place better to start than with the youth. The Boys and Girls Clubs of our community are organizations that we can't afford not to make sure that the kids get every opportunity and everything that they need. It's a great organization, and to all of you from the clubs, congratulations for what you do. And to the rest of us, thank you very much for helping us. We're going to start today, and of course get to the big duck race. I will say to you that Tom Ed and I talked yesterday, and Mr. Mike Graham, the ducks will be drug tested. Well, be careful now. Mike said, what about me? And I wanted to make sure that we could start with the #1 citizen right here in our great community to adopt the first duck, our mayor, Tom Ed McHugh. All right.
I do think it's time to answer the question. I filed an official protest last year. Bob Courtney's duck was full of steroids, and I haven't had an answer to that question yet. So we need some help on that issue. But I do have a proclamation that I'd like to read right quick. Whereas Baton Rouge Boy and Girls Club will once again host a tremendously successful red stick running of the ducks on Saturday, September the 28th in the LSU campus lake. And whereas thousands of little yellow rubber ducks will race for a number of great prizes, including a grand prize, a 1991 Ford Ranger truck donated by Audubon Ford, University Ford in Baton Rouge, All-Star Ford in Gonzales, Town and Country Ford in Denham Springs, and Superior Ford in Zachary. And whereas other prizes including a Milan, Italy, and a San Francisco, California vacation for two donated by American Airlines and Acadian Travel, a $2,500 $100 shopping spree donated by Cortana Mall, Cortana Square, and a trip to Orlando donated by American Airlines, the Peabody Hotel and SeaWorld, a camcorder from Sears, a $1,000 U.S. savings bond donated by Hibernian Bank, an official Olympic silver medallion set, and a one-year supply of Coca-Cola donated to Baton Rouge Coca-Cola bottlers, a free installation and use of a cellular phone from Cellular One, and whereas WFB-TV is the event media sponsor, and Skip Bertman, coach of the 1991 College Baseball World Champions. I think that's will serve as an honorary chairman, and whereas ducks may be adopted for $5 each with adoption papers available at a number of area locations, and whereas the Boys and Girls Clubs of Greater Baton Rouge help hundreds of boys and girls, providing them with supervised recreation, study, and other activities. Now therefore, I, Tommy Edmund Pugh, Mayor President of the City of Baton Rouge and the Parish of East Baton Rouge, do hereby proclaim September 28, 1991, the second annual Red Stick Running of the Ducks Day in Baton Rouge. And I do this with a great deal of pleasure and pride. I'll present this to the Honorary Chairman, Skip Bertman.
Thanks again to everybody, and we're going to turn it back over to Mr. Mike Graham.
Gentlemen, thank you. Well done. Now, before we adjourn down to the steps of the Centroplex fountain, I've got to explain the rules to you. Ladies and gentlemen, there are no rules. Except one. Don't touch your ducks, or any ducks. We don't know whose duck is which. All these ducks have been assigned numbers. Don't assist them by trying to fan them on, but cheer them on as much as you wish. We'd be glad to have you do that. And then afterwards, inside the Centroplex, there is jambalaya. That's the second rule. You got to enjoy that. So, without further ado, let's adjourn down to the steps of the Centroplex fountain, and we'll begin the celebrity running of the ducks.
Mr. Jack is over there.
Jackson, Cliff, and Paul. Paul! I'm videotaping for Dad.
Doing an excellent job.
Linda.
There's one stuck right under your
Dale, you won again. You're, I think, 5th or 6th.
I didn't get my same thing. I Danny, show me. Last year was last year. It was so embarrassing, but he's still up there.
Charlie?
Oh, here comes Mayor McHugh. Gotta be.
Okay, oh, all right, okay. Boy, this was really not
Honorary Chairman. Oh, gotta stop me from using my hand. Are we on? Okay. How long?
So y'all make sure and go in.
Okay, 5 minutes? Less than 5 minutes? Yes, the first room in the Ray Sullivan.
Actually, we get it here part with it.
I'm Pat, Van.
Last year that they only got, not to say only, but they just got cable vision. It's videotaping the ground as well. They seem like
Why we never see Mr. Dad? Well, I don't think you done get out. Well, I'm gonna.
We got soft drinks inside for everybody. You want to cool off?
What do you do with this? Do you mind if I throw it away?
That's right. Although Randy, this time of year, I'm ready to move somewhere else.
What are you insisting on? The invite over.
Ladies and gentlemen, can I have your attention? It's time to announce the prizes and the winners for the Celebrity Duck Race. Our first prize goes to no other than Mayor Pro Tem Linda Imes. This is a year pager by Portercom, so we know where to get you at all times. And we'll give out the number to everybody later. Thank you, Linda. Second prize is a year answering service, and that goes to Amy Greer with Cortana Mall. Amy? Third prize is a weekend Holiday Inn at Crown Plaza in Houston, given by International Tours, and that goes to our none other than our sheriff, who needs a deserved rest, Elmer. This isn't Let's Make a Deal. Fourth prize is a $100 gift certificate to a New Orleans hotel given by the South Baton Rouge Journal, and that's going to Bev Harrison from Sears. Is Bev here? Fifth prize, Marty, is a $25 gift certificate to the Place from South Baton Rouge Journal, and that goes to our honorary duck chairman, Skip Bertman. Sixth prize is a one night at the Courtyard by Marriott, including a brunch the next morning, and that goes to Gail Gertzke with International Tours. Gail won last year too, I think. Seventh is a weekend compliment to the Residence Inn by Marriott, and that goes to Terry McLinn. Terry. Eighth place is a year supply of pizza pizza donated by Pizza Hut. And this goes to Rick Arnett, AFB. I trust George on this one.
We're calling him tomorrow.
Ninth prize. What you need here in Baton Rouge, a year's supply of car washes by Florida Street Car Wash, and that goes to Greg Himmel. One of our sponsors for that.
Now this next winner is somebody that the mayor needs to check about steroids because this is so I'm a little suspicious.
We've got a dinner for two, 10th prize, at Mansour's Restaurant, and this goes to none other than our Coke representative, Jim Martin. Yeah. 11th is a dinner at Jubin's Restaurant, and this goes to George Sells. Pizza. And our last but not least is a dinner for two at Mike Anderson, and that goes to J.J. Stone. There you go. Thank you guys for coming. 2028, we'll have a great time. Thanks, Mark.
We got plenty more jambalaya, too.
Daughter Annie couldn't resist a taste of the excitement.
So we've got 500 kids on an annual basis. This summer we broke all sorts of records.
To learn this, right, Ray?
There are the ducks.
Jessica Bell is giving you a little tease there. She's got her ducks up there, and Jessica goes to Centerville Academy, and she's in Miss Castle's class, and for that entry in our contest, she wins that McDonald's TV9 color weather T-shirt tonight.
Now that we have our ducks in a row, do you remember your old high school football rivals?
Well, Steve Schneider's going to show you two local blood rivals who for the first time are competing in the same district. WAFB Sports next.
14, huh?
And they're missing a lot of practice, and it's close.
Yeah, a lot of school, too.
And Gonzalez plays again tomorrow afternoon.
Tomorrow afternoon, second game of a doubleheader.
Okay, thanks, Steve. Coming up, what's all this talk about ducks? Well, it has a lot to do with bucks. Stay tuned. Of the Ducks set in Baton Rouge this coming September.
Well, organizers staged a pre-race program around the Centerplex Fountain today, and WAFB's Bob Kennan was there.
A quick news conference kicked off the push for the second annual Running of the Ducks. The event raises money for the local girls and boys clubs.
And we're going to be dropping, hopefully, about 18,000 in LSU Campus Lake on Saturday, September 28th. And you can adopt a duck for $5, and it's benefiting the boys and girls clubs.
This event was a celebrity running of the ducks. 78 rubber ducks adopted for $5 each by local politicians and media celebrities. Now, let's go to the races.
On your mark. Get set. Hey, all right.
The crowd surged to the side of the downhill fountain, watching the racing action. From the WAFB Ducks Cam, we get real close to the excitement of racing ducks. The early leader, Steve Schneider of WAFB, running ahead of the pack. But wait, on the inside, what a move! Schneider is past. Wet and wild action as the dueling ducks head for the finish line. What about our own Steve Schneider? Duck number 23 was his number. Where did he finish? Where did he finish?
Steve Schneider!
Our duck was last in the race.
For the Schneider family pit crew, the last place finish was hard to face. For the number 23 duck, he was left all alone, and rumors are flying he may be seen in a special TV miniseries this fall called The Lonesome Duck. Bob Kennan, WAFB News.
Oh, now this race on a large scale is on University Lake, September 28th.
Money raising the fair for the Boys and Girls Club. Thanks for being with us. See you at 10.
America. We'll show you in a moment.
Thomas.
It's
a bet, Ted.
Have a great evening. We'll see you tomorrow.
Baton Rouge. Well, it's that time of year again for the annual Run of the Ducks. Now, these aren't real ducks, but they're plastic ones, and they'll run for a very worthy cause. Joining us this morning is Pat Van Berkeley, I'll get it right, and also Doug Wolford. They join us now on details about the big duck race, the Little Yellow Ducks. First off, let's talk a little bit, Pat, first about what the Boys and Girls Club, what do they do?
Basically, right now, we are boys and girls. We changed our names this year to add girls. And we are basically an after-school educational recreational program. Kids come to one of our 3 facilities here in Baton Rouge, and we help them with their homework and their study skills, and then we also do fun things. We teach them how to survive at home by themselves, to cook meals, and how to answer the phone and answer the door correctly. And what we're trying to do is improve their self-esteem so they'll be better citizens, better students, and better people and feel good about who they are.
Well, that sounds great. Now, that all ties in now to trying to raise money to help that program continue. Doug, tell us a little about the duck race itself and where we can get ducks and some of the prizes. It's a fun, fun time.
It really is. This is the 2nd annual running of the ducks, and the duck race itself is at the LSU Campus Lake Saturday, September 28th.
So it's a week from tomorrow.
It's a week from tomorrow.
Okay.
What you can do is adopt these little plastic yellow ducks for $5.
Now, you don't get to keep these ducks, though, right?
They have a number on the bottom. They're dumped in the lake and go on a race, and the first one through, if it's your duck, you win a Ford Ranger truck from the area Ford dealers.
Well, that's not bad. $5 for a truck, huh?
And we also have some excellent other prizes. A trip or 2 to Milan, Italy, you know, from American Airlines and Acadian Travel. We have a trip or 2 to San Francisco, a trip to Disney World. There's a $2,500 shopping spree at Cortana Mall, for example. There's 10 or 12 really excellent prizes, you know, that are available for people who participate.
Well, last year, $30,000 was raised that actually went to the Boys and Girls Club. Tell us a little about, as well, the 5K human run. If you don't want to adopt a duck, it's $10. Tell us about that race.
That's right. The 5K human run will start, we register at 7:30 that morning on Saturday the 28th. It starts at 8 o'clock. It starts at the Special Olympics pool there at LSU, and it's just a 5K run. All of the activities really start at 11 o'clock for the actual duck race. We invite everybody to come out. It's going to be a family event. We're going to have face painting in the petting zoo out there. It's going to be a real family event. So we need everybody to come out there. We'll have jambalaya and Pizza Hut. It's going to have pizza, so it's going to be a lot of fun.
Sounds good. So again, that's going to be Saturday, September 28th at the LSU Lakes Boys and Girls Club. If you need more information, you can call Easy as Pie 38-DUCKS, D-U-C-K-S. Thanks again, Pat and Doug, for being with us. And maybe after the race, we can come on and see how much money we raised and see who won.
Love to do that.
Great. Thanks a lot. Y'all have a good weekend. Tune in. We'll be back with more. Tammy will have also a special mystery movie review.
Applause for the sunshine. And then we look at the Silliman Institute, and Robert says turtles love sun. Well, they didn't like today, did they? Or this evening, anyway. Robert wins our McDonald's TV9 Color of the Weather T-shirt for that entry in our contest for tonight. By the way, if you want to adopt one of these little cuddly creatures, dial 38-DUCKS during the day tomorrow.
This is to benefit
the Boys and Girls Club.
Right. Okay.
So, for the duck races out at Campus Lake this Saturday, we've got a lot of ducks adopted, and we want to adopt a lot more.
Thank you, Mike.
That's at 11, right?
11 a.m.
Okay. Still to come, Louisiana's lottery.
What it was all about just ahead. About for a couple of weeks, the running of the ducks, and the race today was finally on.
How much is it? 3, 2, 1, go!
And with that enthusiastic send-off, more than 10,000 little yellow rubber duckies decked out in black sunshades were dumped into the water at the LSU Campus Lake. The event, the Red Stick Running of the Ducks, is now in its 2nd year in Baton Rouge. WAFB is one of the sponsors. A duck could be adopted for $5. That's the way it works. Each duck has a number on the bottom, which was assigned to its adoptee, and the winning duck, of course, carries the winning number. And this year there are $50,000 worth of ducks adopted, and that money goes to the Boys and Girls Club here in Baton Rouge.
About their problems, and then we're opening new doors to them. You know, by bringing them out to these kind of things, taking them to the ballet, the symphony, and they're seeing more Baton Rouge than what their limited world can sometimes offer.
And, of course, we had a winner of that brand-new Ford Ranger. He is John Allen of Baton Rouge, the grand prize winner. First place went to Mr. and Mrs. M. Perkins of Pride. They won a trip to Milan, Italy. And the second place winner is Charles Smith of Clinton, Louisiana. He picked up a trip to San Francisco, and there's a real duck, folks. Didn't even bother to get in the race. Said, what are all these humans doing?
I want to.
Lake, that story when we come back. On such a little rubber duck. Music filled the air at the campus lakes near LSU today, and thousands of these yellow ducks took up residence for the 2nd annual running of the ducks. At 1 o'clock this afternoon, the race was off. Now, the top prize, a 1991 Ford Ranger truck, went to John Allen Jr. of Pine Island Street. All proceeds from the running of the ducks goes towards the Boys and Girls Clubs. Well, thank you so much.